What's up, guys? Today I'll recap a horror adventure film, Shortcut. Spoilers are coming, so keep your eyes wide open and stay safe. The film starts in the woods. A boy in a yellow jacket appears injured as he runs for his life. He stops in the middle of the woods, falling on his knees and breaking down in despair. What could have happened to make him so scared? The scene is tense, and you can feel the fear in the air as the boy tries to catch his breath. He knows something terrible is chasing him. The camera zooms in on his face, showing how terrified he is. What happens next sets off the wild adventure. Somewhere in Britain, 5 teens are on a field trip with their bus driver. They are Nolan, Bess, Queenie, Reggie, and Carl. Carl teases Queenie a lot, which makes everyone laugh. Nolan seems to like Bess, and Reggie just sits in the back, waiting to cause some trouble. To pass the time, their bus driver, Joseph, gives them a riddle to solve. He says it has 7 letters and is a very important virtue. Everyone starts thinking hard. Suddenly, they come across a fallen tree blocking their path. Joseph decides to take an alternate route to keep moving. The teens are excited but a little nervous about what might happen next on their adventure. Further up the road, Joseph steps off the bus to move a dead animal out of the way. The teens watch him, thinking nothing could go wrong. But when he comes back, he is suddenly held at gunpoint by a dangerous escaped convict. Carl recognizes him from the news. It's Pedro Minghella. Pedro takes control of the bus and orders everyone to let him ride with them. The teens are terrified and realize they have no choice but to obey him. He makes them throw their phones out the window so they can't call for help. Panic spreads through the bus as they all wonder how they will escape this frightening situation. Joseph drives the bus later into the evening, but then they enter a dark tunnel, and suddenly, the bus stops running. Pedro, still holding everyone hostage, forces Joseph to fix the bus by threatening Queenie. The lights in the tunnel suddenly go out, plunging everything into pitch-black darkness, except for the bus headlights. With his flashlight, Joseph bravely walks up to see what's blocking the way, but as he gets closer, a terrifying monstrous creature reveals itself, rising up and attacking Joseph in a shocking moment. The teens can only watch in horror as he is killed, and now they have a big problem. He had the keys. After a heated argument, Bess volunteers to go outside and get the keys. She manages to succeed and rushes back to the bus safely, but then Pedro forces Reggie to start the bus at gunpoint. Reggie tries his best, but in a surprising twist, he manages to grab the gun from Pedro. Just when he thinks he can save the day, a distraction lets Pedro get the gun back. Pedro goes outside to fight the monster, but it sneaks up on him and rips his head off in a shocking scene. The creature, which looks like a weird alien with sharp teeth and long hair, tears out the wiring on the bus and hops on board. The teens are scared but quickly find a way to escape, leaving behind the horror that unfolded in the dark tunnel. The kids get far enough away from the monster, but they still can't find an exit. They quickly figure out that the creature is sensitive to light, so they need to find a way to turn the lights back on in the tunnel. Nolan and Bess decide to search for the main generator, while the other 3 stay together. While looking around, Nolan discovers some evidence that someone else knew about the creature. They find pictures, journals, and countless drawings from someone who was obsessed with killing it. Meanwhile, Queenie nervously asks Reggie to escort her so she can pee, but when Reggie turns his back, the creature grabs Queenie and pulls her away. Reggie quickly gets Carl to help, and they rush to find her. They arrive just in time to see the creature biting into Queenie. In a brave effort, they fight it off using torches and manage to rescue her before the wound becomes fatal. But the creature isn't done yet. It turns on Reggie and nearly kills him. Just when things look hopeless, Nolan and Bess finally manage to turn the lights back on in the tunnel. The bright light scares the creature away, giving the kids a chance to breathe and escape from the terrifying ordeal. After Nolan and Bess catch up with Reggie, Carl, and Queenie, they share all the shocking evidence they found. It belonged to a man named Giulio Sarpi, who had a tragic story. In 1971, he lost his younger sister Isabella to the monster they are facing now. The teens realize he was the boy seen in the film's opening. Giulio dedicated 40 years of his life to studying the creature, hoping to learn how to kill it. Sadly, He ended up being killed by it instead. The teens are horrified when they discover his corpse in a dark corner of the tunnel. With this new information, they realize it's time for them to take action and kill the monster themselves. The weight of Giulio's story pushes them to work together, knowing they must be brave if they want to survive. The kids come together and devise a clever plan to lure the creature toward them. Bess and Queenie bravely decide to lead the monster on a chase. They run fast, trying to stay ahead of it, and finally reach the exit where it is now daytime. When the creature sees the light, it stops, and the boys come running up behind it holding torches. With nowhere to escape, the creature is trapped and can only stand there as the kids light it on fire. It writhes and screeches in pain, filling the air with terrifying sounds. Finally, after a struggle, the creature collapses, appearing to be dead. The kids breathe a sigh of relief, knowing they have faced their fear and won the battle. After defeating the monster, the teens walk together into town to get help. They feel a mix of relief and excitement as they make their way back. Sometime later, we see them hanging out, closer than ever. Their voiceover narration reveals that they finally solved the answer to Joseph's riddle. It was courage. It took a lot of bravery for them to work together and face their fears. Now, they're free and ready for new adventures, knowing they can always count on each other. Their friendship has grown stronger, and they'll never forget the scary night they faced the creature together. Later, authorities arrive at the tunnel to investigate the teens' wild story. One brave detective steps inside with a flashlight, ready to explore. But suddenly, the flashlight goes out, leaving him in complete darkness. As he tries to figure out what happened, he hears a creepy croaking and rattling noise coming from the shadows. The detective's heart races as he realizes he's not alone. In a shocking moment, the creature appears right behind him. The screen goes dark, leaving us wondering what will happen next. Is the monster truly gone, or has it returned for more terror? Which movie should we recap next? Drop your suggestions in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more movie recaps. Thanks for watching Produce Warner Talks.